Darren,
Yes.
we're recording.
I'm making Wookiees.
Oh, okay. Am I starting us off then? Man,
I mean, I'm making Wookiees like this. I'm not making Wookiees like that. So I was making Wookiees like that, then they'd look like Chaka in Land of the Lost. Be like little fur balls with a face.
And there would be noises.
There would be
noises.
noises.
There would be noises.
You ever wonder what a Wookiee lady does?
No, I don't.
No?
I know.
I mean, do you think they go in heat like cats? I was thinking about this all day. Can you imagine a Wookiee lady in heat? You would come home from work and she'd just snatch your ass up.
Yeah, she would too.
I mean, that'd be it. You just come home, boom, snatch your ass up. Then you'd try and you do cats. You get those little spray bottles, go, right? Come to work the next day, black and blue, with a limp. Spray bottle crammed up your ass.
Yeah.
And your Wookiee buddy laughing his ass off because he's the one that told you to. Use the bottle. Yeah. That's what we should put that in marketing. We should put that in merchandising. Yeah. Wookiee heat, like a spray bottle with 3 foot good Wookiee heat.
I can do that.
You can do that.
T-shirt coming.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Little spray bottle. Yeah. We're gonna. Yeah. So I'm building Wookiees because something came out.
Nothing happened. No, nothing happened.
Nothing happened?
Last week.
All right.
Nothing at all. Yeah. We're done.
Hey, well, welcome. Hi. Welcome to another episode of 3 Foot Good. I'm Darren.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Rich.
And on this episode, we're going to talk about the Ministravaganza. It happened. It was Christmas in September, kind of ish, for Legion, and for Shatterpoint and MCP. Sorry, again, X-Wing and Armada. You guys are now the redheaded stepchildren.
I got a game tomorrow.
Yeah, all right.
We're going to start with that.
We're going to start with, I'm going to give a quick overview of everything they announced. And then I have a rant. Darren has his stool ready. Because, I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be,
I'm building Wookiees.
He's building Wookiees, though. Why? Well, because the first thing they did was announce 2 new battle forces for Legion. Both of them are for the Clone Wars era, so now we have a second one each. Yay! The Separatists have a Separatist experimental droid invasion thing. It's the droid invasion of Kashyyyk. And then there's the Kashyyyk Wookiee Battle Force, so now you can bring an all-Wookiee force. How can you do that? Well, you take the Wookiee Warriors, Noble Fighters, which is the original Wookiees, the melee Wookiees that were from when they were just in Rebels.
And they can be used as a?
They're used as core. They count as core for your core requirements. So you can take 6 of them. Yes, I've made lists that I have 9 units of Wookiees. You don't really get any upgrades when you take that many, but it's still kind of cool.
Okay, now, to be fair, I've made lists too for Wookiees. And we've played a lot of Wookiees.
We have. We do.
A lot. Because
my Rex in the Wookiees list. I mean, that's...
We played a lot of Wookiees. The thing about Wookiees is they're really cool, but they do have some limitations.
They have white saves like B1s.
Yeah, they have white saves like B1s. And if you're taking a lot of Wookiees, it's a lot of wounds, but they're all consolidated in bunches.
Yeah.
And so one of the weaknesses are if you've got B1 battle droids, yes, I can eat through them, but if you've got 8, you can tie Wookiees down because you don't have force push or anything like that.
Right.
So there are, but I mean,
it's fun.
To have that coming across the board.
Yeah.
Or to not have it come across the board.
And so we are both really excited about that. Darren's obviously playing it tomorrow.
I am.
I am. Yeah, I've made several lists already. Yeah. What else can you take in the battle force? Well, you are required to take 3 Wookiee trooper units. Minimum. You have to take them. Now, that could be you taking Chewbacca or the Chieftain, because those are 2 of your options. Mm-hmm. Your only other command option is Yoda. So there's no clone commander, none of that. You're taking either Yoda or Wookiees for your commander, which is awesome. There's no operatives. Shocking, because, we'll get into that. You can take 0 to 2 phase 2s. You can take 0 to 1 full arc teams, no strike teams. 0 to 1 barks. They actually have we did get a new unit card for the Battle Force.
A
Fluttercraft, an upgraded kind of version of it, to where you can increase or decrease your speed at the start of its activation. So it's no longer just going to go tearing across the field.
Right.
Which is kind of cool. I believe it might have changed in points. I don't run the Fluttercraft. I don't own any of them.
Okay, I have a Fluttercraft. It's still in the box somewhere. Yeah, and it's not that I dislike the Fluttercraft.
Oh, it's like it looks gorgeous, but like it's spindly.
Yeah, but man, if I was to take that any place,
you're gonna have to make it.
I would break it. I've already. I mean, as you know, I run ISPs, and I always kind of like gluing them together and all that kind of stuff half the time because I'm breaking the guns off and shit like that.
You are able to take up to 4 special forces.
You are.
Yep. And
you can't take an ISP, by the way.
You can take an ISP or a saber tank because you can take up to 1 heavy. And with the special forces, you can only take the shooty wooks, the defenders, I believe is what they're called, the Kashyyyk defenders, whatever the shooty wooks are. Yeah. That is the only Wookiee special forces you can take because, again, the noble fighter, the melee wooks count as core. Period. Not may count as core. They count as your core. Yeah. Period. Yeah. So, yeah. Really stoked, really excited for it. There are no unique upgrades allowed, so you can't take Waxer, Boyle 5s, or Echo. You can't take Alia Secura or Plo Koon in the tank, or the named... no, there's no named pilot for the ISP, is there? There's just the the Star pilot dudes.
The veterans, 320.
Yep. So, yeah. So, really cool. Can't wait. Looking forward to it. Yeah. It's out legal now. Unless you are going to the Ames tournament. I know Chris is going. So, Chris, if you see this before the weekend, good luck, buddy. Do not take the Wookiee Battle Force if that's what you're thinking of doing because they are not allowing it there. He's not. Oh, good. He's taking Echo based again, probably.
I don't know what he's taking, but I don't think he has enough Wookiees to do the whole Wookiee Battle Force. I think that was so on our Legion Facebook thing. We try and get together for games and stuff. Right. And one of our guys was looking for a game against Wookiees, so
that's why Darren's doing this.
I'm throwing a couple more things together. But yeah, and Chris was saying that I think he only has 3.
He only has I think he probably said he had 2 or 3 because that's all you can take for Rebels.
Right.
You only take 3.
Right.
So
So
I think I have 4 or 5 because I have 2 of the old school Rebel ones, and I want to say I got 3 of the new boxes.
I've got 3.
How many Wookiees do you have, Darren, over there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 there. It'll be 8.
8.
Yeah. It'll be.
Yeah.
I'm not married. I'm not married. Have no kids. What?
I forgot the coolest rule.
The coolest rule.
Of the Battle Force.
Yes. If you take
if a Wookiee trooper unit loses a model, the first time it loses a model each round, it gets a free speed 1 move.
That's a cool rule.
That's a really cool rule. Mm-hmm. I may have been talking with a couple people online about running like Minefield Hostage, because now your Wookiee warriors are core. You give them a hostage. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and run the Minefield. Go ahead and I lost a mini. I'll get another free move with my hostage.
That's dirty,
right?
That's kind of cool,
right? And I mean,
I didn't think of that last night.
If you really want to, you could take a phase 2 and put a medic on it if you wanted to try and heal back a wound. Now you would get it both, because as long as you healed them the turn that you lost the mini, you can bring the mini back with 1 wound. Now that turn, if you lose that mini again, you don't get the free move. But if the next turn you suffer a wound and lose that mini again, it's another free move.
Okay, I gotta admit, I did think about phase 2s with medics.
Right?
I did think about that.
They're not horrible.
No.
They're not necessarily great, but they're not horrible. No. Okay. So that was yay, happy, go lucky. Okay, then we get to what they announced. They announced the Geonosian expansions. We've got Warriors, Sunfuck and Poggle the Lesser. We've got Inquisitors, Fifth Brother, Seventh Sister. We've got Rebel Commandos, which is really cool. Wasn't expecting that, so that's super awesome.
Really stoked about the Commandos.
They showed Range Troopers, which are those are the Stormtroopers that were on the train in Solo.
Yeah.
So those are coming. And then they also showed a Crab Droid, Rebel Saboteurs, or Terrorists.
And those are in the far,
which we'll get into that as we go through. Mm. But one thing that was not shown, and this is where you may want to sit down, because I'm going to go into my rant. And I'm going to do it now because I don't want to end bad. I don't want to end on a rant because I got Commandos. I mean, and that is awesome. And not only Commandos, we're getting Delta Squad. It's in the Commando box. It's not going to be paired with Bad Batch. They're its own separate thing.
Man,
They didn't show Bad Batch either. No. They mentioned it. They said Commandos are coming out the same time as Bad Batch. So, but they didn't show any of the stuff for it, which I kind of was thinking that would be what they would show.
Yeah.
If we got anything. Yeah. So when they said Command, which is why I was like, Republic's Finest, I assumed it was Bad Batch, because they did a painting. After they did this, they did a painting stream of painting the commandos. I was like, the Bad Batch are not the Republic's finest. Like, then I was like, well, maybe they're gonna do a play on words and be like, oh, it's the Gungans. No, they didn't do that either. But the other thing
okay with that.
Well, yeah, right. But the other thing that was not listed in this was a Republic Ahsoka. So she's still not even being developed yet. It's, oh, we'll get to her eventually. Hey, we're going to give the Separatists another operative that's not just shit. We don't get one. Hey, Empire, they need some help. We're going to give them 2 more force-wielding operatives. No, we don't need another. We don't need a combat operative at all. We have R2 and Padme. That's fine. This is bullshit. They should at least tell us she's coming. Hey, 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
In your defense, a Snips would be a great operative.
Oh my God, yes. You don't need to give me Siege of Mandalore, Ahsoka, though I will take her. And a Snips
with
which
Anakin,
which now they have kind of the template with these Inquisitors when we'll get to them that you can do a lower powered Jedi, put her in, give her teamwork Anakin, give her retinue Anakin, do whatever. Like you can do it. You have like 2 versions of her, and you have 2 Republic versions of her in fucking Shatterpoint. And we can't get her, and like, I don't. And
you guys should have heard this like when we were playing Conan Exiles, Age of Exiles.
It's just the fact that we don't even have an operative coming that's a combat operative. Every other faction has at least 1, if not 3 or more. Because let's see, Rebels, they can take Luke or Ahsoka or Sabine or K2 or Chewie. Well, there's 5. Okay. They also get R2, which we get. So, but he's a support guy. Empire. Well, let's see. They can take the mercenaries, Boba Fett, Bossk, Cad Bane. Oh, but we won't count those. Okay, so just actual faction-specific ones. They're now getting 2 Inquisitors, Operative Vader. Let's see, Iden's a commander that can be taken as an operative. Who else do they have? Well, okay, so maybe they only have 2 that are faction-specific. And then, so people have made a comment, oh, well, you're comparing the Civil War factions. They've been out longer. They should have more options. All right, I'll give you that. Let's look at Separatists. Well, Separatists get Cad Bane. He was originally released as a Separatist operative who has now been turned mercenary. They also got Darth Maul. They have Asajj Ventress. Oh, yeah, those 2 are Force users. Oh, I'm sure the Republic, which is known for its Jedi, have the most Force users that can be taken. No. We beat the Rebels. Because they have 2, and we have 3. Everybody else has more. Empire has got Palpatine, Vader. Now they've got 2 freaking Inquisitors, so they get 4. Separatists have Dooku, Maul, Asajj. They have 3. I guess they tie us then. But 2 of theirs are operatives, so that's kind of nice. So, yeah, no Ahsoka. So pissed about that.
You're kind of heated.
I am. So now we're gonna get to the good stuff. So that rant is over.
Do I need to
spray me?
Spray you down a little bit,
right? Okay. So rant over.
I didn't know you were gonna do that.
Oh, it's Cut Finder.
Yeah. Cut Finder. Well done.
Damn, my arm's stinging. Shit. All right, so
coming soon to merchandise. Coming soon to merchandise near you. 3-foot good spray bottle for your friends when they go on rants, and you can, or cats, or Wookiees.
Right. Or Ewoks.
Yeah, or Ewoks. Yeah.
Hey, Darren.
What's up, buddy?
I think I got a splinter or something in my hand again.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't find it?
No, it's like right in here, but I just won't find it.
Hey, you know what we could use? We've got that stuff, that new sponsor game.
Oh, that's right. What was that called?
Cut Finder.
Okay, so we got this.
Cut Finder.
You just got to spray it on here, right?
Just put a little bit on your hand. See how that works.
Oh, I'm starting to feel it. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be right here, I bet. Yeah, it's getting a little warm.
Getting a little warm?
Yeah.
The warmth is the 127 different chemicals that we're using in new
Cut Finder.
Ooh, Darren, it's getting kind of hot.
That heat is the penetrating chemicals, all 56 of them approved by a Nigerian scientist in Nigeria for new cut finder.
Darren, it's burning. It's burning, Darren.
That burning sensation is all the chemicals working in to find that wonderful cut in
Cut Finder.
Darren, it's going up my arm. Darren, the whole arm is burning.
That is the 67 new chemicals that we have in new cut finder working to get that cut found. Get cut finder. It works.
Cut Finder's not a real product. If you think it's a real product, stop watching our damn channel. It is not legal in any state, probably not legal in Nigeria, and no animals were hurt in the filming of this video.
Are we good now?
No, but that's okay. We're not going to be good because there's no Ahsoka. There's no Siege of Mandalore Battle Force coming. I can't take Mandos with my Phase 2s, so it's fine. It is what it is. So what did we get? So, yeah, you can say that. Right. Yeah. Continue with your Wookiees if you need to. Okay, so we get Geonosians. These are not mercenaries. So these are actual separatist factions. They're not like the Ewoks that are mercenaries for rebels. So you're not required to take any B1s. You could take just Geonosians if you wanted to. They did say released early next year. They're like Q1, maybe before Adepticon next year is kind of what they were saying. The coolest thing, they're going away from flight stands. These things have wings. There's no flight stands. Now that means we get rocks and weird vegetation and smoke to help get them elevation, but they don't like the clear sticks. AMG does not like them. Darren hates them.
I hate flight stands. I buy extra units of crap that's got flight stands just so I don't use
flight stands. Would you go to Darkfire Designs and just got your other Mandos?
Yeah, so I went to Darkfire Designs just to buy Mandos without flight stands to get different. I hate flight stands. In fact, I'm not a big fan of the decorative rocks either. I mean,
but that's how they're getting their height. They want height, so that's how they're going to do it. So
don't need height.
Yeah, I don't know that's what they want to do. All right, so the unit card. It's a core. You start with 4 minis. It's 45 points, 1 health, 1 courage. They get white saves. They surge on defense only. They are speed 2, so that's not horrible. They have a melee. It's 1 black. Their range is 1 to 2 with a black and a white. They get only a heavy and a personnel upgrade, so they're not getting any items. But they don't kind of really need them because they get some cool new keywords. They get a free action, jump 3.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. So they can move 3 times. So that'll be good for a lot of different objectives.
You'll be able to get to the objectives. However, they have another keyword, which is weighed down.
Weighed down, which leads me to believe that this unit was actually play tested very well. Mm-hmm. Because weighed down says, while the unit has a claimed objective token, you cannot perform jump actions. Period. End of story.
Which
makes sense.
It makes sense, and I wouldn't be surprised if that didn't sneak someplace else into the rule system somewhere along the line for other models.
Like who?
Like
Mandos have jetpacks. They're not on wings. How much crap does Din carry when he's moving around?
What? Chill. I'm not saying it's happening, but there's
what? Now the Force users are going to get nerfed more, is what you're saying? Because, oh my God, just wait till we get to the next... They also get...
put the stool away.
They also get Death from Above, which means it's very convoluted, it's very long-winded. Pretty much, if the unit leader of the Geonosians is on higher elevation than the target, you ignore their cover. That's in essence what it is. It's just like in the Clone Wars cartoon when they're up in the spire shooting down at the clones. So that's very cool. They get scale. So again, all nice, but you're not going to be able to put a equipment or a comms or any of that stuff. No training, none of that. They do have 3 different personnel, or they have 2 heavies and a personnel. Mm-hmm. The Geonosian Warrior is just 11 points, gives you an extra dude. The Force Pike Warrior is 15 points. He's got melee attack only, but he can still use their normal attack. But his melee is 1 red, 1 black, suppressive. But when before the unit performs a move action, before placing the movement tool, flip this card. Now, they didn't show the back of the card, but one of the guys talked about it and spoiled it out that you are going to get overrun when you do this. Now, it just states before you move. So you could do your free speed 2 jump 3 move, flip it over, jump, do your overrun. If on the other side it gives you that same thing of before you perform a movement, flip the card, you could then perform your first action of move, flip the card back, engage a unit, and then attack them. So you could overrun, and then still get to melee. Maybe. We don't know.
We don't know exactly how.
But 15 points, so I mean that's kind of a hefty price. But then the Sonic Cannon Warrior is 25 points. He's a heavy, range 1 to 2. You get a rainbow, scatter, and impact 1. So that seems kind of expensive for what it does, but I guess if you're scattering the unit in front of the cover, the rest of your army will get out of cover shots. So, okay, I mean, I can see that. And it is a rainbow, so it's a red, white, and a black. And it does have impact 1, and armor is still a thing. We then go on to Sun Fac and Poggle the Lesser. These are the operative and the commanders. They come in a single box. Sun Fac is 90 points. Operative has 5 HP, 2 courage, white save, surge to block, and surge to hit. He's speed 2. His melee is 2 red, 1 black. And his range 1 to 3 is the rainbow suppressive gun. No keywords on it. He gets a train, a gear, and a comms upgrade. He gets free action. He gets cover 1 just outright. So he's like a speeder. He's definitely like a speeder. He just gets cover 1. He also gets direct Geonosian warriors. So he'll hand out that free warrior, that free order to the warriors, and he has retinue with Poggle. So he'll get a free token, either an aim or a dodge, when he's next to Poggle. And then he has the death from above way down in scale. Poggle is the commander. He's 85 points, only 4 health, but he is red saves. He has 3 courage, and he only surges to hit. He is speed 1, and his free jump is only a jump 2 instead of jump 3, because he's old, I guess. His melee is only 2 black, and his range is 1 to 3, 2 black, but he gets 2 commands, a comm gear, and a comms upgrade and a gear upgrade. And he has all the same things that the normal guys have, the weight down. But he has Compel Core Separatist Unit, Separatist Alliance Trooper, has Entourage B2 and Override 2. So he's very much your, hey, we built the B2s. He's good with them. He actually has a command card that'll help him.
Yeah, you might actually see him in lists without Geonosians, maybe,
right?
Possibly.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, because again, you can take an extra B2, and you're always given an order to that one, so you don't have to run the T1, the T series upgrade to lose the AI, because you're always going to be able to give him an order. Sun Fac has 1 command card. It is a 1 pip. It is actually pretty cool. It's called Brutal Enforcer. You order Sun Fac after the issue orders phase. Up to 2 friendly Geonosian warriors at range 2 of a friendly Sun Fac may get a free jump 3 action. So this is No Time for Sorrows on steroids.
Yeah.
I mean, Sun Fac then gains Agile 1 and Demoralize this round. So there's a little bonus for him on it. Poggle's 1 pip is Let the Execution Begin. Gives an order just to Poggle, but after the issue order step, or during the issue order step, he may issue orders up to 2 friendly droid trooper units at range 1. And then friendly non-panicked droid trooper units at range 1 of Poggle with a face-up order token may perform fire support. And Poggle can attack twice. Now, Poggle's pool isn't great, but he is surge hit. And if you're chucking tons of dice, and it's not Gunslinger, so you can shoot the same guy twice. So you need to stack suppression on somebody early. Not bad. His 2 pip is We Serve the Queen. You order 1 unit, and friendly Sun Fac loses direct this round. But friendly Sun Fac and Geonosian warriors gain Coordinate Geonosian warriors. So you become B1s for a turn because you're all Hive Mind Queen. And then a friendly warrior unit with a face-up order token begins its activation. It gains 1 aim, and we couldn't see it. It was obscured by the mini. Everyone's assuming it says and a dodge, but it might be a surge token to help them on offense even more. Maybe. And then there's a 4 pip, because Poggle has a 4 pip that counts as a 3 pip. It's We Make Weapons. He orders 4 droid trooper units. That's kind of nice. Yeah, you're not going first. Treat this card as when you're making hands if it's a 3 pip. When the core droid trooper unit is issued an order with this card, it may choose to return the order to the order pool. If it does, return a defeated mini to the unit with no move tokens and remove 1 suppression. Again, building into that synergy of B2s that have 2 wounds. Well, hey, now you're just going to gain. If you have 4 squads of B2s and all of them have lost somebody, you just got 8 wounds back onto the table. So it could be kind of cool. Again, B2s are not in the best place right now, and it is core droid trooper, so you can't bring back Magnus. Because that's what I immediately thought was, ooh, I could bring back Magnus.
That's why we can't have nice things.
That's right. So the biggest takeaway from this, for me, is that Separatists, i.e. the droid players, now have a non-droid option for core. So maybe there's hope for our clone guys to get a non-clone unit for a core.
Gungans.
Yes, Gungans. I was really hoping... So they ended the stream. They were showing off the new hard plastic stuff. I was really hoping that the last image they show was going to be Jar Jar. Be like, oh, yeah, then this is the one everybody's looking for and talking about, the Dark Lord of the Sith. I'm like, oh my God, show Jar Jar. So Jar Jar, say Gungans confirmed. And this... No, they didn't. They showed actual. All right, so now be prepared to sit. Darren, there might be another rant. The Inquisitors. It's an operative option, 2 models in the box. And they did say that more Inquisitors were coming, or could come, or whatever. So in this one, we are getting the 5th brother and the 7th sister. 5th brother is an operative, 105 points. So for that discount rate of 105 points, you're going to get 6 hit points. He's Courage 2, Red Save, Surge to Hit. Not bad to start with. He's Speed 2. His melee attack is 5 black dice. Impact 2, Pierce 1, so a little lighter lightsaber, but he has Ram 2, which, for those of you that don't know, this is what Tauntauns had. And as long as you perform a full speed move during your activation, you get to change X dice to crits. Yeah, so you can turn 2 your blanks to crits. Like that, you just turn it to crits. So... Yeah, that's really, really good. That's really good. He then gets Saber Throw baked in for free because that's what his range attack is. It's a Thrown Saber, which is 3 black, range 1 to 2, 2 pierce, impact 1. So it's free Saber Throw for them. They have 2 training slots and 1 force slot. He does get Dauntless, and he has Block, which means he's better than all the other Jedi that aren't Republic, because Deflect is horrible. He has Enrage 2, so once he takes 2 wounds, he gets to be a Dash Courage and gets charged because he doesn't have it innately, and he's immune to Pierce. I really should say he only has 1 training slot because you're going to slot this new training card we're going to talk about next. Well, after we get done talking about these guys, that's going to be stapled to both of these. So then we have 7th Sister. 7th Sister is 110 points. So she's only 5 hit points, but she's Courage 3. Still has the Red Save. Still has the Speed 2. Still has the Surge to Hit. How these Jedi Hunting Inquisitors don't have Jedi Hunter. But they don't need it with everything else they have. So, I mean, I can kind of see why. But, like, that should have been... Yeah. So, she has Jump 1, which the 5th brother didn't have. So he's stuck on the ground.
Right.
She does have the same profile for the weapon. 5 black, impact 2, pierce 1. No ram, though, on her melee. And then her range is the same. Range 1 to 2, 3 black, impact 2, pierce 1. She gets the 2 training slots and the 1 force power. But again, you're going to staple the new force upgrade. The new training slot that's Inquisitor training only onto her. She does get Associate 5th Brother, which means she doesn't count as an operative on the Force org chart if the 5th Brother's included. So you can include her and the 5th Brother and still take another operative. Like Boba or Op Vader if you really want to get spicy. Or Bosk or Cad Bane or another operative just in general. Whatever you want.
Yeah, but points.
People made lists. You can get like 3 naked stormtrooper squads and take Vader and these 2 and some other things.
Really?
Yeah. I might have made a list or 2.
So when you said people, you meant you.
No, I've actually seen other lists.
Okay. All right.
I have seen other lists.
All right.
If you take she also has Block. She gets Charge innately, and she has Disciplined 1. She's immune to Pierce as well, but also has the new keyword Interrogate, which is kind of cool. It's while this unit is at range 1 of an enemy unit, you treat that unit command card as having 1 more pip. So if you're within range 1 of Luke Skywalker, and he does not a Skywalker, and you play a 1 pip, well, his 1 pip's now 2 pip. You play a 2 pip, you're forcing the roll off. So that's kind of good, but you do have to get close. And that was the big thing they said. They were like, well, all these abilities, you've got to get within range 1. And one-on-one, these guys aren't going to be a match for a fully tooled up Jedi. Maybe. We'll see. All right, so you get 5 command cards in this box. The 5th Brother has a 2 pip. You would question me. You order the 5th and the 7th. You order them both permanently. When the 5th trooper, I'm going to say that forever. When the 5th brother gains an aim, the 7th sister gains a dodge. And then vice versa. When the 5th brother gains a dodge, the 7th sister gains an aim. It does not go the other way. So it's not quite teamwork. It's kind of, but there's no range restriction on this. So they can be on the opposite sides of the board and this will proc. When either unit gains an aim or a dodge, the other unit may gain an immobilized token. And if you do, the first unit gains an additional token of the same type. So people have talked about how this might cause an infinite loop of you just keep stacking immobilized tokens on one, so they can't move this turn, but after their turn, then they'll be able to move again because you remove all mobilized tokens, and then you'll be able to get 10 to 15 dodges or aims on one of them. I'm sure that will get taken care of in the RRG before these get released.
Yeah.
Because that does seem kind of broken. His 3-pip, I care not for your struggles. You order the 5th brother and 2 troopers. The 5th brother may issue orders at range 1 to 5 this turn, and then units issued and ordered by this card gain Dauntless. So you give out 3 orders, you can issue orders out farther. Interesting. Dauntless was a Republic thing in Black Sun, but whatever, it's fine. 7th sister has 3 cards that she can take. The 1-pip, Come and Prove It. You order both of them, so it's a 1-pip that gives an order to 2 melee-focused operatives. So that's kind of cool. They both gain Indomitable, and they roll 1 extra die when defending. Just flat out. They're defending, you roll an extra die. Then, if the 7th sister is declared a target of an attack while she has a face-up order token, she gains a dodge. So you don't want to strike her first before she goes, because she's just going to start stacking dodges. And then if she's stacking dodges and the 5th brother has already played his card, you can just make him go immobile and gain another dodge on top of that. So, yeah. Her 2-pip, Unexpected but not Unwelcomed. Again, orders both of them. When a unit is issued an order by this card, they recover. Both of them. Immediately. So they get whatever their force power is, force push, whatever. They get it back. When the 7th sister is attacking a commander of operative with a face-down order token, during the roll attack step, you can gain 2 suppression. And then you gain 1 aim for each suppression gained in this way. So if someone has already gone with their Obi-Wan Kenobi or Anakin, and you want to go get some extra aims and go swing, there you go. The 3-pip, you hide your fear well, you order the 7th sister and 2 other units. She gains Demoralize 1. Enemy units at range 1 are suppressed. Enemy units at range 1 and are suppressed reroll 1 fewer die with aim tokens. Yeah, whatever. But then we get... Oh, go ahead, Darren. You want to...
No, just... you just want to shoot them before they get there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, like you do with every Force user. Yeah. But now there's 2 of them for the price of 1.
Yeah, just shoot them.
Yeah, and they're like 11 wounds between the 2 of them. Yeah, so
don't miss.
So fire support the hell out of them.
Right. Yeah. But they're on opposite ends of the board, so who are you going to fire support? Yeah, that one. Oh, okay. Hopefully it was the right one. Yeah, okay. So then we get this Force upgrade card, Inquisitor's Training, for only 5 points. I mean, man, that's going to break the bank. 5 points. This unit gains Demoralize 1. So you're really going to probably have Demoralize 2 on that one turn you play her 3-pip. When a unit at range 1 exhausts a Force upgrade, you may roll a red defense die. On any paint result, hit or a block or a surge, you cancel the effect. But the upgrade is still exhausted. You don't tap it. You don't exhaust it. It's always on. Like 5 points. And Force Choke, which has to be at range 1. Yeah, you're stopping that 66% of the time. Force Push. Hey, yeah, you got to be within range of them. But they're also going to be in range then to shut down all of your cool things that you can do to help you win the game. Oh, and they can take that themselves. So, yeah, 5 points. Jedi are dead. I guess it's a good thing I run Rex and Chewie, because I don't care about that. Obi feels real bad now. Anakin feels bad. I mean, I guess at least it's only on a exhaustible Force upgrade and not when you want to saber throw someone. But like you want a barrier and I'm within range 1 of you? Maybe not. Hey, you want to force push me to try and win the game? maybe not. Hey, you need to force push this guy so you can go jump over there. It doesn't shut it down. You still got to roll a die, and it's a dice game. But for 5 points, and it's not exhaustible, you don't tap it. You don't discard it. Just 5 points. Oh, and you get demoralized 1. So demoralized is probably worth 1 to 2 points, I got to assume. So they think that's a 3-point upgrade then? Like, I don't think they play tested that at all. Maybe a little bit. I don't know. But so that got me a little woo. And then they came with the most requested unit, and I was like, no, they're not going to do commandos. Like this, they're going to say Bad Batch because it's what the Republic gets. No, they said fucking commandos. I was texting Dan, and oh my god, we were like, oh my god, they did it. They did it. They did the thing. We don't know any unit rules. They didn't show a card. They just showed the minis in art.
Yeah, and they did talk about it a little bit. So it's 4 models in a box.
Yep, and this is like spring, early summer, Q2, Q3 of next year. Yeah, so like this is it's not going to be here for Adepticon. No. I can't take it to the team tournament.
No. And from what they were saying, though, you can model the models and build the models with different kinds of weapons. So
yeah, they have 3 different weapon attachments, and according to what they were saying, each mini can like configure themselves in the game how they need to.
Right.
So, which is what the commandos did. So they said there was 3 options. A blaster rifle, a grenade launcher, and a sniper rifle.
Right. So which is pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty cool.
I mean, they're commandos. I've wanted commandos forever, and you can go back to an old video and see me rage about how Shatterpoint got them well before us.
Yeah, so when you're buying these, then because you can model them all different ways, unless you're awesome with magnets, you'll probably buy more boxes just so you have the different variations and different stuff like that. Which is
cool.
Yeah, good for them.
And I assumed this was a together box with Bad Batch. It is not. No. Because then they said we were also getting Delta Squad. Which, Delta Squad, for those of you that don't know, that's like... These are the Uber Super Commando guys from... They are... I don't even know if they were officially recanonized. I think they might have been mentioned once since Disney took over the IP. So, like, they weren't even, like, really officially canon. But they kind of are now. And again, there is that you will get both in the box, but you can only make 1. You get 4 minis. So you're going to need to buy at least 2 boxes. But like we said, you'll probably buy a couple so you can have multiples of different things. They did say this would be releasing alongside Bad Batch, but they showed nothing about Bad Batch. So Adepticon will probably show more of their stuff, I have to assume. Then they showed the Range Troopers. They actually did a paint stream the day before of the Range Troopers. 7 minis in the box. There's 2 heavy options. They actually had to talk with Lucasfilm about the heavies because you never saw them in the movies. So they're like, hey, we're thinking of doing this. Like, is this what they would have? I guess LFL came back and said, well, what about this? And they kind of went back and forth. But they got to pretty help make the create what the heavy weapons were that they use. Now, they didn't talk about their rank. Everybody's assuming it's a core, which would then be a 4th core for the Empire because the Empire doesn't have enough core. 5 if you count the mortar separate than the Shore Trooper. But that's fine. We still just have 2. I mean, at least the Geonosians are getting a 3rd one. Maybe we'll get something next year. Maybe. Probably not. So, they then also showed just the mini.
Some days when we make French fries, we just wipe the salt off of.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't eat those. Yeah. So then we get Crab Droid. They did show the Crab Droid. It's in development. There's 2 weapon options. They did mention that you would be taking it. They did say they mentioned one of the guys saying he liked taking this squad alongside Dwarf Spider Droids. So I don't know if this is going to be like a Droideka. There's 2 or 3 in a unit. Or what? Hopefully they're better than the Droidekas but they didn't talk about rank for anything. Everyone's assuming the Commandos will be Special Forces. I think it would be kind of cool if they were heavy. Kind of go the Dark Trooper route. Give us a heavy with thumbs.
How about an operative?
How about you just give me fucking Ahsoka? Like, I could see Delta Squad. Give me Delta Squad as the operative. That could be cool. Yeah. I made the joke when they were talking about the Range Troopers that, well, Empire doesn't have a support that's a trooper unit that can claim objectives, so I'm sure the Range Troopers will be a support. Because all they have is the EWEB, and Placement Troopers can't claim objectives, so I'm sure the Range Troopers will be support. They then talked about the rebel saboteurs. They said that the actual name is not a name they could use, so I'm assuming they meant rebel terrorists. But yeah, it looks like it's pretty much, it was inspired by Andor. They're very lightly armed. Their leader has a Lolth on it, which seems cool.
Yeah, they look more like civilians.
Yeah, I mean, they're like guerrilla type, actual guerrillas. Lots of dual wielding pistols and lots of charges, it looks like. And then there was one like long sniper rifle. 8 minis was what was shown. No talk again of what their rank's going to be, what they are. It was just minis. They looked
kind of a cool idea and very thematic for a rebel army, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they went into they made specific mention that this is as far as all the other MCP Shatterpoints had gone, like releasing, this is what we're doing up until this time. But for Legion, they gave us a little bonus for this is late 24, early to mid 25, depending on how things go. They're going to put the originals that are in soft plastics into hard plastics. And they showed some of them. They said that these were Rebel Commandos that they showed. And I don't think they're Rebel Commandos because they don't have camo cloaks on. They look like Rebel Troopers. But in the one, I can't remember which one said, he said Rebel Troopers. They're like, no, these are the Commandos. I don't think they're Commandos because they don't have the cloaks that the Commandos have that were on Endor. We'll see. But the cool thing is there's multiple head options. And they said because these are hard plastic on a sprue, you are given more heads than what there are bodies. So that's all. Tons of alien heads.
Yeah, a lot of modeling options and things.
And hard plastics are just better for just for customizations and whatnot. Heads are interchangeable for customizations, and they are heavily customizable with how you do their poses and everything. Then they showed the Stormtroopers. They only showed 5 with no DLT, but man, they looked good.
Very good.
They looked nice, sharp, crisp. Yeah. Then they showed Jedi Knight Luke and General Leia Organa from Endor, I guess. They called her General Leia Organa, but like she wasn't a general in the original trilogy. She was a general when she was in the Resistance. And that's But it's Endor. It's Endor Leia. She's standing on a tree trunk, it looks like.
They still have to do the rock thing.
Well, yeah. Luke standing on a rock. But oh my God, they look so much better.
Yeah,
Luke looks like Mark Hamill.
Didn't they refer to Leia as General in Hoth? In the base?
Did they? Okay, I'll have to go and rewatch 2 then.
Oh well.
Maybe. I don't know. I just lost all my street cred for Star Wars, I guess, because I don't know that.
It's gone now.
Yeah, it's all gone. Man, I have nothing. Except the salt. Just the salt. No, but like they look amazing. And then they also then showed, and I seriously, I was hoping it was going to be Jar Jar. But they showed Darth Vader, and Darth Vader looks like a boss. Just standing there, in hard plastic. He's got a saber down. It's great. It's perfect. Again, these are all coming late. Now, Darren and I kind of talked a little bit, and he's like, I don't really care about hard plastics. That's fine. I mean, doesn't matter. Soft plastics were so easy, push fit, done.
Well, and because we've been doing this for a while, it's not something, I am definitely not going to go out and buy a bunch of new Stormtroopers. I mean, I've got some that I don't use. I'm not going to go out and buy a bunch.
You might buy the Luke, though.
I may buy the Luke.
You might buy the Leia.
I might buy the Luke and maybe the Leia.
Probably the Han and the Chewie.
I don't even know if I'd go that far. But yeah. But I mean, it's cool.
It also tells, though, that AMG is thinking long-term with Legion.
Yeah. Which
is
if they're awesome.
If they're planning stuff out in 2025 and beyond and turning soft plastics into hard plastics, like that's not cheap. Like they could use that to develop new things. Now, the flip side of that is, well, then are they just going to have these be their releases for like a year and take a year off of making new stuff for Legion? Who knows? I don't think so because, again, they showed the Crab Droid. They showed the Saboteurs, the Range Troopers. We've got Commandos coming. We know there's Bad Batch. We need our second actual sub-faction in our thing, so we need some Gungans. Because, oh my God, dude, I would so do Gungans too. But I'll take Ewoks against your Gungans. I mean, I said that. We will film that.
I'm in. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I'll do that in bare plastic just to get them on the table.
Oh, hell yeah. No, so
I'm not going to spend the money. They're probably out there someplace.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they are. There's somebody already has Geonosian stuff. He's like, I can't wait. Yeah. I've already ordered these from this thing. He's like, so I can start play testing. And I'm like, guy, just take your stormtroopers and say they're Geonosians. You don't need to go spend money on 3D prints. Like,
yeah, but it's
play
so
testing.
cool.
They do. Yeah. And that is one thing they said is that the Geonosian warriors, even though they look spindly, they're like solid. Like the wings aren't going to snap on them, it doesn't look like, even though they look insect wings. It's actually got me like, well, I could collect Geonosians. I mean, I'm building my son's droid. Well, actually, he's building his own droids. I'm building my part of the core set. Mm-hmm. That was my half of the original core set that I bought that had droids. And I've only made one of his droids. Once I made the first one, he's taken off.
He took off. Yeah.
He starts making them.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, and he didn't think it was that bad.
Oh, yeah, but he's got smaller hands and good eyes.
He does, right? And I told him, hey, leave that one on the sprue and just glue it up on the sprue and then cut it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, oh, that's so much easier, Dad. I'm like, I know. I'm like, I think trying to hold this and do this. He's like, you need tweezers. I'm like, right? You need tweezers.
There's a guy, I don't remember where it was, but he just realized that he put all those B1's torsos on backwards.
Yeah. I almost did it.
Yeah.
I looked and I was like, oh no, it doesn't. Because that's how how a living creature's neck would go. This is a droid. It goes the opposite direction.
No, not having built any other than the Shatterpoint ones, which may be on backwards.
Well, you only built 3 of those, right? Because I did the other ones.
Yeah. They may be wrong, but I don't know. Yeah.
No, but like the Geonosians have a cool concept. I think that like the Geonosians, that's not power creep. The Jump 3 we'll see, it could really be big on like intercept the transmissions, sabotage the moisture evaporators where you're not having claimed objective tokens, where that extra move can just help break through. But
they're not red saves. So
no, they're not. They don't even have like nimble like the rebels or the rebel tech.
You know, as long as there's some kind of a built-in weakness.
Right, and they're only range 2. So those guys, you just blast them at range 3.
Yeah, no, they're not.
But like the Inquisitors, oh my God.
Inquisitors, they're going to be tough. They're going to be
tough. And who knows, maybe they did play test it, and it's like, oh no, they're not bad. Watch, they died to a stiff breeze of a Jedi in melee. But I'm like, the one guy's still 6 wounds with red saves. Like,
don't know yet.
Right.
We don't know.
But yeah.
Calm down. Sorry.
There's no fucking Ahsoka. I'm not going to call
Do I have to get the freaking bottle out again? I'll get the bottle out again. Don't make me get out the bottle.
Oh! And I forgot.
What'd you forget?
They released the full version of Special Operations. Yeah. It's out. It's official. It's released. I know some people are all like, "Oh, it's not competitive." It's it is an amazingly fun game. We've had people play it that said that, hey, this is what they wanted Legion to be because it's smaller. I only need 8 guys. Mm-hmm. I don't got to worry about huge units, and it's quick.
You could, if you spent a little time with it, I think you could turn it into a Necromunda for those.
Right, a Necromunda Mordheim.
Yeah. I think you could actually spend
do like experience.
With experience and stuff. I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
As long as you're having a good time with it. I don't know that you wouldn't want to tournament the thing, but
I don't know. I'll tournament anything. What are you talking about? Like,
thinking of team lists.
Well, no, not for that. Yeah, I don't think you do teams with that. But like on a Thursday night before the weekend tournaments. Hey, everybody's getting into town. Hey, we're gonna have this get together, and instead of doing a stupid skirmish event, hey, let's just play some covert op games. You come in, you play. It's quick. You don't have to think because it's. The only downside is, again, the tape measure. But I understand why they did that because they wanted the different ranges. Yeah. You needed 6 and 8 and 12, not 6, 12, 18. You needed those weird in-between 16s, 14s, things like that, 3 inches. So I'm excited that it's out.
Yeah.
We had fun playing it. You'll see it again eventually.
Sure.
On the channel. Mm-hmm. I mean, we say that about every game because we like playing games. So
we do.
We don't play enough of them.
We're dorks.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's it.
Okay.
Rich is probably over there napping in the corner.
He's not napping.
No, he's not.
Laughing a couple times.
Right. Mm-hmm. He's probably like, cut this
Speaking
fucking
of which,
video
if
down.
you like anything you see, like the cool backdrop we got going on.
That's all Rich.
That's all Rich. So give a shout out to Rich, please, because he does all the hard work. We just stand here.
We just stand in front of the camera and blabber.
Yeah, we're the dorks out front. Doff, I call us. Dork out front. Yeah. Rich does all the hard work. So
he does.
See something that's cool. He did it.
He makes it all possible.
Yeah, he does. He makes it possible. So give him a shout.
So Fall Brawl, still on, still full.
Absolutely.
Bring your Wookiees, bring your droids.
We don't care, yeah.
Oh, no,
bring the Battle Force, yeah.
Kendall's already thinking about maybe bringing the droids. He's like, oh, but he's like, they changed, and we didn't go into it because I don't play droids, so I didn't look into it, but like they changed the Snail Tank and the Magna Guard, made them weaker. They cost a little different. Like they're different now. They're not the same. So
yeah.
But hey, it's a new way to play.
I'll find out tomorrow.
Right? Yeah. Hey, don't let them put anything in the Snail Tank at Lost Transport.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know, and the guns aren't as good either. But it has Arsenal 3 instead of Arsenal 2, so you can shoot all 3 of them.
Okay.
That's probably why they made it a little worse.
Yeah, could be.
So
I don't know.
I think like each weapon lost a die and some keywords, but now you can shoot all 3 of them.
Yeah,
so
I was thinking about not taking any heavy weapons and just running the Wookiees.
Just run all Wookiees.
Run all the Wookiees across the table.
All Wookiees all the time.
Yeah. What are you doing? I'm going across the table and I'm gonna roll either 2 black or 2 white. Yeah. I'm not gonna take any objectives.
Well, I mean, your shooting Wooks are what, 2 white for shooting. Sharpshooter, they're not nothing.
No. Yeah.
And I mean, you got the Chieftain and Chewie, right?
Right.
Yeah. That's impact 1 right there. 2 technically between the 2. Plenty. It's plenty.
Yeah, plenty.
All right.
You done?
I'm done.
I'm done. So stop watching us.
Go roll some dice.
I gotta finish the heads on these guys. They're getting a little spin.